Welcome, everybody. Greetings from Western Sydney University. Very, very pleased to be able to welcome attendees here today. Thank you for joining. I think we have a large collection joining today of our prospective students for the future. Also from our international agent network and their counseling teams. And we welcome you all and thank you for your time today in our employability webinar for Western Sydney University. Great opportunity for all of you today to learn about the offerings we have and how our university will develop and assist you in your journey towards your future employment outcome. So very important to note, we have that sense of how do we develop your skills, your employability skills, and what do we do in sort of real terms to put you in front of your future employers whilst you're studying with us here at the university. It's a really important ingredient. We know that international students have a specific focus on not only the degree that they're studying and the content of the course, but ultimately what we provide our students is just merely a pathway towards the ultimate goal, which is that employment, that professional job that they're seeking as a result of their study. So we are very, very keen to make sure that you, our future students, are aware of what we can offer you in terms of this university's development of your skills and knowledge in terms of employability. My name's Gareth. I'm one of our international team looking after different markets around the world. And I have with me today, importantly, Iman Abu Mahmoud, our careers education consultant. Iman works within our career hub. And so she's here to explain to you what about that service at the university and all the various things that we offer you, our future students. Dr. Thomas Treskak as well. Thank you, Thomas, for joining. Thomas is our DAP, our Director of Academic Program for Undergraduate Information Communication Technology. And Thomas as well is going to be with you today, demonstrating a little tool that we've developed at the university, Thomas has developed, to help and guide you with your course choices, your future career destinations. And it's a very, very interesting bit of software that we'll be sharing with you, all web-based, so you can go on and find out a little bit more about your job opportunities in Sydney and Australia, and of course, how your degree at Western will marry with that. And very importantly, we've got some of our students, recent alumni or recent students who graduated from our institution, and current students that we have, and they're here to tell you about their stories in terms of employability, how the university's helped and guided them, and what they're doing now. So I hope for you over the next hour, we've got a good show, a good information session that's going to provide you with some really, really useful information. I would just like to make sure you've got questions. There's time for questions at the end, but you can ask questions throughout the webinar as well. There's the chat function. But as you can see here from my colleague Eva, who will be assisting today as well, you've got the Q&A bar down the bottom of your screen. If you've got a question, pop your question in there, and our team will be here to type away furiously, answering your questions. And we might bring out some useful questions at the end to discuss as a panel as well. So thank you for doing that. Just before we begin and I introduce Iman, I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we talk to you today. I'm here on the land of the Darug Nation, and we'd like to acknowledge any elders past, present, and emerging as we talk to you today in this webinar. So thank you for joining, everyone. I can see we've got over 150 people already here. And I'd like to hand over to Iman, and so she can begin her session on the Career Hub at Western Sydney University. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Gareth, and welcome, everyone. It's so great to be with you all today from wherever you may be joining us. And thank you, Eva, as well. My name is Iman. I am one of the career education consultants at the university, and I am going to give you a nice little snapshot of all of the different ways that we will be able to support you throughout your career trajectory at Western Sydney University. Okay, so this here is just a little bit of a glimpse of what you can see when you visit our Career Hub, as well as the Western Sydney University website. So you can actually view the website at the moment already, but the Career Hub you'll be able to access and view in detail once you have your login details and access from there. Thanks, Eva. So there are lots of different things that we can actually support you with once you journey with us here at Western Sydney University. And I've tried to capture some of these things on screen for you. So one of the key messages that I do want to reiterate is for you to start early and to connect with us from the very get-go so that you can get support with everything from jobs to industry insight to support creating really standout resumes for those part-time and casual jobs to help you settle in and help make ends meet, to finding those degree-related jobs and opportunities, internships, and everything in between, cover letters, creating really professional profiles and all of those things as well. So all of these things on screen, we will be able to support you with, and a lot of additional things, as you'll be able to see with the other slides that we'll be talking through as well. We run lots of different support sessions, and one of those things is careers Q&A sessions 3 times a week. These are virtual support sessions that are run via Zoom that you will be able to register and come along to ask us absolutely anything career related. And we will not just be able to answer those questions, but we will actually be able to direct you to a whole range of different resources, links, websites, and actually support you with anything that you need to apply for jobs and develop those different documents, career documents, profiles, and everything as well. So it's really, really great service that will be available to you free of charge on a regular basis. There's no limit to how many sessions you can attend, and it is available to you from wherever you may be, whether you're waiting to come here, get the visa, or you're already here. This service is available to you, and it's a fantastic support avenue as well. Thanks, Eva. We have lots of workshops and events that run on a regular basis. These are on a range of different topics to support you with all of those really important career documents to help you meet local expectations as you're applying for different jobs and opportunities. And they are also customized to your respective schools and specializations as well. So keep an eye out for those once you do come along and decide to pursue your respective goals, because there's lots of support in a face-to-face as well as a virtual capacity on a regular basis. There's lots of additional support in lots of other avenues too. So we support you to find volunteering opportunities as well as internships where you can get paid to gain valuable experience. We can also support you to engage in virtual internships where you can start doing things whether you're abroad or here in a virtual capacity and fill in any gaps on your documents as well. We can help you with lots of other things. We can help you to join societies and clubs and everything whilst you're on campus, help you to benefit with work shadowing, also engage in skills enhancement programs, gain and benefit from those micro credentials, which are really, really important, as well as short courses. So all of these different things are going to be a fantastic way for you to be able to fill in gaps on your resumes and really stand out from the crowd. And all of these things are going to really support you, and we will be able to fill in those gaps with you. So we really look forward to hopefully being able to support you in this capacity also. Thanks, Eva. We offer a skills enhancement program through the university too. So this is an additional thing that's available to all of our students. So if you do choose to come and hopefully undertake your studies with us, this is something that you can apply for, have your insurance taken care of, and then be able to fill in gaps around experience here via this avenue too, for you to go and undertake up to 100 hours of work experience at a company of your choice, to be able to network, gain really valuable skills, and do all of these amazing things in a face-to-face capacity. So lots of amazing opportunities that are available in this space as well. We also run a whole range of different industry experience programs, which are really amazing. Some of them take place in a virtual capacity, which is fantastic and gives you flexibility to be able to undertake your studies and then gain some of these amazing transferable skills at the same time, free of charge, which is an additional bonus too. Others are hybrid, so you get to network with not just students from Western Sydney University, but students from a whole range of other universities across Australia, as well as business professionals, mentors, gain those transferable soft skills, and at the same time, fill in all of these extra gaps on your career documents, your profiles, your resumes, your cover letters, help you stand out from the competition and become more employable so that you can bridge any of those gaps and also work towards your respective goals and specializations and yeah, achieve all of those goals respectively from there. So that's really, really good, whether you choose to stay here and apply for positions here in Australia or work towards working in your respective home countries thereafter. This is a fantastic avenue for you to be able to do that as well. Internships, graduate jobs are some of the other avenues that we can support you with as well. So face-to-face as well as online, and also paid and unpaid opportunities. We can help you source them, we can help you secure them, we can help you apply for them, and also prepare all of those respective documents. So that's really important. We also help you network and prepare your pitches, your elevator pitches, your applications, and everything in between. So really, really great avenues of support available to all of you in this capacity. Other avenues of support, there's lots of resources, there's things that you can participate online and access online. There are alpha playlists, there is workflows, activities. There are things that you can watch on demand, like workshops, as well as things that you can listen to, different podcasts and things like that as well. So there's heaps of different resources. Everything that's available to use, it's free via Career Hub. So you will just need your login details and everything once you do choose to join us. And as I said, all of this will be available to you throughout your career trajectory, and we will be able to support you with different things at different intervals as required. But the message is to really start early, access our services as early as possible, which a lot of the student panelists that we'll be speaking to today have done, and have done quite effectively. So hopefully you'll be able to hear some of their success stories too, and reap the rewards of doing that yourselves in the future. We do encourage students, prospective students, to also interact with us across socials from the very get-go as well, so that you are alerted to all of the different things that are happening, whether that's through industry, through the respective schools, because we will be able to alert you to different jobs, different opportunities, and everything that's happening in the career space, so that you are connected, well informed, and don't miss any of those respective opportunities, whether they are, casual jobs, part-time jobs, degree-related opportunities, expos, industry events, or anything in between. So we really do look forward to supporting you across your entire journey and helping you find career success in every form. So thank you very much, and good luck with everything in the future.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Iman. It's great to hear just the whole broad range of services that we offer at our Career Hub at Western Sydney. And I just want to emphasize to our prospective students listening today, and any of our education agency partner counselors who are watching, that all these services at Career Hub are free of charge. Our students are invited to reach out to Career Hub right from the start, and even before they start at Western Sydney, and learn about the different services that are available to them. It doesn't cost anything, it only costs your time. And one thing, and an important message to send, is that that element of you being proactive in seeking out these opportunities that are all free for you to engage with at Career Hub. There's a team of people there who are dedicated towards making sure that our student body has all the preparation possible for the workplace, so that whether that means networking events attending, or as Iman's pointed out about counseling you in terms of an Australian curriculum vitae, how to organize that, what to expect at an interview, how to go about building your network, how to go about improving your LinkedIn profile such that you're in a position to get a better traction with a future employer. All of this is free for you to do. And so we offer this service and encourage you to participate. And it's those students that make that effort to capitalize on all of these available resources. They end up with the best outcomes. So I do hope that all of you have taken note of this, and we do look forward, and an Iman's team looks forward to your approaches when you come to join us. Please note that those email addresses and the websites and so on that were just on screen there, and in fact all the slides that we're talking to today will be available to you. We will send them out as a PDF when the session's finished. Now next up today in our session, we've got Dr. Thomas Treskak from our School of Computing, Data and Mathematical Sciences. Thomas is, as I said, our Director of Academic Program in Information and Communication Technology, obviously one of our computer experts, and is here today to just demonstrate to you and talk to you a little bit about an extra platform that we've developed at the university called Job IQ. And I think as Thomas talks to you about this today, you'll find it a very, very interesting tool. Essentially, the degree you're choosing to do is married to the skills you need in the workplace and what jobs are available in the workplace currently in Australia. And so you'll be, I'm sure, amazed by what you're about to hear. So Dr. Thomas Treskak, over to you, sir. And please introduce the Job IQ to our audience. Thomas, just
mute,
just
unmute. There we go.
That's all right.
I think that will help. And let me just start the presentation again. All right, guys. So it's fantastic to be here. I hope that you can hear me now. And I just want to show you this tool, which just showcases how above and beyond we go at Western to make sure that you guys score the dream careers that you desire, right? So with Job IQ, the intent is for us to have you feeling in control of your career. So I was checking the questions in the Q&A, and I think that this tool is going to be able to answer half of your questions that is out there. So if you've ever wondered, like, what is the best career for me, that you're not sure, but you have a hunch, but you still are not completely sure, you need a little bit of guidance what to do. Or if you're seeking whether Sydney is the final destination, what are the opportunities there? Am I going to be happy and find a job there? What skills will I need to do that job, right? What is the landscape? What are all those soft and hard skills and technical skills that I need to obtain in order to start that career or to maintain or upgrade my career? Moreover, and most importantly, is Western a good choice for me, right? Is there a degree that can prepare me for Western? I want to convince you that it is. And last but not least, how do I know if you are job ready? So how do I know that after finishing that either master's degree, diploma, whatever you guys decide, how close am I knowing sufficient information, having enough skills to score that job? So what we do, we've developed a tool in which every day we go and we download hundreds of thousands of job advertisements from the job market. We currently have a database of almost 2 million job advertisements, which we download for sites like Adzuna, Career One, Workforce Australia. And we build these machine learning AI pipelines in which we extract specific skills that those job ads require, right? So we understand for each individual job, what are the skills required in that job. And from that, we can build skill profiles. So we understand what is a general profile for a business analyst, penetration tester, web developer. And moreover, we also understand on a very granular level, knowing what is the requirement for a programmer in a video games company in Sydney, which can differ from programmer in construction in Melbourne, right? So we have a very, very niche knowledge about the skill landscape for each particular job. And we don't finish there. What we also do, we analyze our pathways, right? We analyze our degrees, our majors and minors, and we look at what skills we are teaching you after you complete a particular degree. And those things, when we combine together, what skills are required by the job market and what skills we are delivering in a degree, we can do fantastic things with that. All right. So what we can do is we can recommend you, for example, a career that you need to do if you choose a particular career pathway. So in here, imagine this small puzzle pieces is the whole catalog of degrees and subjects that Western offers, and you've chosen 3 possible careers that you want to work on. We can automatically recommend you a degree or program that you want to work with and tell you how well the degree covers a particular career that you've chosen. Hopefully, this also helps you maintain focus and motivation, because also during your study, we are actively monitoring your progress, and we are capable of telling you, all right, you're doing really good. Maybe you want a better challenge. So we provide you with some extra electives to improve your skill coverage. Or the other way around, maybe you have some problems in your degree. So we can recommend you electives that can help you explore other avenues to land the very same skill set to land a target job. So that's enough words and presentation. Let me show you a really cool demo of our system. So as you've seen in the slides, the URL for this is jobiq.com.au, so you can visit it at any time. And what you want to do is when I click on this Try JobIQ button now, which takes you to a questionnaire which allows us to get to know your preferences a little bit better. When you click on Start, we have the opportunity to upload your CV, which allows us to get to know you better and extract your initial skill set. If you are coming straight out of high school, you don't have your curriculum vitae, you don't have your resume, you can just click on Skip. But I do have a CV ready, so I'm going to click on Choose File. Please, if you want to share your information from your CV with us, make sure you click on this checkbox button so we know who you are and we know a little bit more about you. So I'm going to click on this. And this now extracts all the skills that are found in your CV. In my case, it found 66 skills that match my resume. You can review those skills and see whether the system has done a good job and detected that skill that you are feeling really strong about, enterprise application integration, or develop specification procedures, and so on. So you can review those skills. Next, the system already recommends you a job based on your CV. This is normally an expensive paid service by HR companies, which we provide for free, showing you the jobs that are here in Australia already depending on your CV. These are active jobs which you can visit. Next, it recommends a career based on your CV. Again, if you don't have a CV, don't wonder. I'm going to click, I want a different career. I want none of these chosen careers. And this is what you would see if you would choose that you don't have a CV. You can either directly select a field, or you can click, I am not sure about my field, which takes you to a little behavioral questionnaire, which allows you to answer some questions and then get a recommendation of a particular degree based on things that you like and you prefer. I'm going to select my degree directly, so my career directly. And let's say I want to reskill myself to become an accountant. All right. So first you choose a field, then you choose a career. I want to become an accountant, auditor, or company secretary. And then you can choose a particular job which drills down to the accountant or auditor. Well, I'd say I want to become either of these. Next, you choose your degree. It's either currently we support undergraduate and postgraduate degrees. So I say undergraduate degree, and system already recommends you quite a few degrees, as you can see. This icon here represents how well the degree matches your selection. It's like amazing coverage of skills for Bachelor of Accounting, Bachelor of Business. And let's say, just for the sake of it, I want to also check how well Bachelor of Information and Communication Systems and Technology works for me. All right. Next, you click on Let's Continue. And this is where the magic happens. First, you can see a description of a chosen degree. Let's say I want to explore Bachelor of Accounting. First, you can read about the degree, and you can see the sequence of the subjects that you can study in this degree, right? You can also see the individual years, and if you click on these things, they will take you to our handbook, and you can choose to study which subjects you can undertake in this degree. You can also see the different majors and see the sequence for the given majors. This is still kind of boring, but look at this. It allows you to check what is the career that you've chosen, in this case, accountant, auditor, or company secretary. So you see what you would do, what are the tasks that you work on, how many jobs do we currently have in our database with this offering, so 800 jobs. The demand is averaged in relation to other jobs. The salary you would be looking at is between $65,000 to $158,000 a year. These are the top employers in this field. Also really good to note if you're searching for internship or other opportunities to contact these employers directly. And what is the national projected growth in this field? So it's a pretty good job to go into with 11% growth estimate in the last 10 years. You can also explore the skills that you will learn in this degree. We click on read more. The gray skills are the ones that are desired by the job, and we don't provide them in our degree. The white ones we do, and the black ones is that you already have. The little number here represents how many job ads actually desire the skills out of those 800 that we are registering, right? So out of 800 jobs, 18% require this particular skill. But look at that. We also show you what are the jobs in Sydney that you can do after you finish your degree, and how well will your skills match the requirements of that particular job, right? If you click on this button, it shows you these are the skills required by the job. This is how important it is in the job, and this is your level of the skills after you finish your degree. How good is that? And if you click on this read more, you can see that this actually takes you to a job position that is live. So it's nothing that we've aggregated or just made up. These are actual jobs on the job market that you can already start looking into, knowing that after you finish your Bachelor of Accounting, you will be capable of applying for this position. And last but not least, you can see also what are other subjects that are recommended for us to study to really land that accountant, auditor, or company secretary job in Australia. And then last thing I want to show you are these three icons. First of all, you can print a little certificate for yourself, so where you specify your name. And if you click on print, it will create this one pager for you with a little QR code that allows you to summarize all this information about the job. So if you want to keep it as a bookmark for later, so you know that, you know, it really seems good to go for Bachelor of Accounting for accountancy job. Also, you can change your career by, just like in a classical commercial systems, you can choose between 3 different careers and then compare them, just so you have 3 different products. And just as well, you can change the 3 different degrees. All right, guys, I hope you're amazed. I hope you love this. Like I said, in Western, we did everything we could to make sure that you guys stay best informed about your career opportunities. Please play with the site. Please leave us your CVs, and I'm eagerly awaiting your questions.
Thanks, Thomas. That's great. So I'm hoping our audience today can just see there, just in the top left corner, you can just make out that jobiq.com.au. And that will take you direct to this platform, and you can go in there, answer the questionnaire, put in a little bit of information. You can upload your CV, and the AI will read through that and determine some of the components within it. You can choose potential degree areas or career areas that you're interested in, and it should give you a very, very interesting perspective on what you can study at Western Sydney, the skills areas that we're going to develop with you whilst you're studying. And of course, it gives you that kind of live feed of the information about job availability in those areas now, including things like salaries, you know, both the beginning, front end, of course, and the upper range when you've got a few years behind you in that particular area. But I hope this tool is going to provide you that great bit of extra information. What is it about my course that's going to help me in terms of my skill development? What are the skills I need? This platform is going to define for you what are the skills that are required in that particular job. So that's going to help you write your CV. It's going to help you build your profile in LinkedIn. You can talk about your skills in those areas and how our university program has helped develop you. And of course, having that platform sitting right at the end of it with live job advertisements, that's going to provide, I think, a great bit of information and hopefully a bit of inspiration for you to see what is achievable from the degree that you're studying with us at Western. So explore away, everyone. I guess, Eva, you'll be able to just pop in the chat box the jobiq.com.au, just so everyone can have a click through. But maybe you could do that in about half an hour's time, everyone. And before we do that, if there are, I know there's been quite a few questions coming in the chat function. And to those people, I'm sorry if we haven't been able, I've been typing away furiously in the background. I know Eva has as well. We are trying to answer some of your questions privately in the just with typing. We hope to pick out some of your questions later in the Q&A when we have a little bit of extra time so we can actually talk to some of your questions. So Ahmad Iqbal, hello, why are you not answering my question? I'm sorry, Ahmad. There's a lot of questions coming in right now and we're trying desperately to answer all of them. I hope to get to you, sir, in the near future. In the meantime, though, I would like to spend a little bit of time chatting to our student panel. We have Jennifer Budimulia from our school, one of the faculties at Western Sydney. She's going to introduce herself in a second. Jaime Molina, Babish Shrestha, and Saskia, sorry, I've just lost your surname there on the screen. Saskia Shat from one of our schools as well. Handing over to you guys. Saskia, I'll start with you, and maybe student panel, if you could all unmute. And as I said to the audience earlier, all of our student panel here today are either current or just graduated students from Western Sydney. Saskia, over to you. Introduce yourself. Where you're from, what are you studying, and why did you choose Western Sydney University?
Well, hi, everyone. My name's Saskia. I'm from Switzerland. I'm a third-year student. I'm doing the Bachelor of Accounting that Thomas just showed us on the screen. I'm doing the double major in taxation and financial planning. Loving it. It's an awesome degree. And the reason why I chose Western is because this degree is actually one of its kind. It is accredited with all the 4 bodies that I was interested in when I started the studies. And so that was definitely the selling point for me. And the other thing is it is very cost attractive. Western Sydney is less expensive than many other universities. So that definitely also helped me with my decision.
Great to hear, Saskia. Yeah, look, and just to echo those points, that accounting undergraduate program is fantastic in terms it's got that multi-accreditation to it, financial planning, tax accounting, the CPA recognition. So there's I think a triple accreditation attached to it. And I do like your comments there about cost effectiveness. We're a fairly highly ranked university, top 250 in the world. But at the same time, our pricing is fairly reasonable in comparison to a lot of other universities. Thanks, Saskia. Jennifer, over to you. Where from? Which course? Why Western?
Yeah, so hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer. I'm from Indonesia, and I study Doctor of Medicine. So I chose to study in Western Sydney University because of the opportunities that the course can provide, the training that the courses, the structure, and also just the duration. I think it's 5 years, so it's a lot shorter than other universities as well.
Great stuff, Jennifer. Yes, thank you for that. And you're currently year 3, right?
Yes, I'm third year. Yes, midway.
Good stuff. Yeah, the Doctor of Medicine program, and again, one of the more expensive undertakings from our suite of degree programs, as I'm sure your parents will be well aware. But at the same time, a little less expensive, I will say, than other medicine programs. And we satisfy the accreditation requirements on the Australian Medical Council for an undergraduate program for medical training in Australia. And you've got that 1 year afterwards for your internship. And then you will be a fully practicing doctor in Australia, which is great news. Jaime, over to you. You're down in the sort of left corner from me. Where you're from, which course, why Western?
Thanks, Gareth. Hi, everyone. My name is Haimi Medina. I'm originally from Philippines, and I just recently graduated Bachelor of Engineering Honors, majoring in Civil Engineering. And actually, like a few weeks ago, I finished with Honors Class 1 and got the University Medal. And I am currently also a finalist of 7 Years Young Achiever Awards for New South Wales and ACT. And in my full-time role at the moment, I am a graduate civil engineer working at the Sydney Metro Underground Tunnels. And I guess the thing that I like the most about Western Sydney Uni is the proximity. I was an international student coming in here. Everything was a big adjustment, but I didn't have to pick a suburb because there's always a Western Sydney Uni nearby, as well as the diversity of the people there. It felt very welcoming and very open and very warm. And for me, that made the adjustment period very great for me, as well as in terms of proximity. Western Sydney Uni is near all the public transport major lines, so it's very accessible whether you drive or you don't. It's very near the shopping centers, which is always a plus for me, and it's always near workplaces. So I think just trying to like canvas workplaces, it is a very good opportunity, as well as networking. So I think proximity, accessibility, and just the diversity of Western Sydney Uni is what got me.
Yeah, fantastic. And as maybe our student audience, I do encourage you to have a look on Google Maps. And look at all the Western Sydney University campus locations. There's, I think, 11 campuses in total now. We keep on building new ones, including this one behind me, which is our new Bankstown campus building. But you will find our multi-campus environment offers the courses often in a kind of duplicated system. So you can do engineering at Penrith campus. You can also do it at Parramatta. Medicine's just Campbelltown, but for programs in business and accounting is available in Campbelltown, Bankstown behind me, and of course Parramatta. So you'll find that the courses you're looking for are available on different campus locations across Sydney. And you're absolutely right, Jaime. And hopefully your work in civil engineering will improve the mobility and accessibility of our campuses as we build our infrastructure rail network, improve it rather around the Sydney conurbation. It's great. We'll talk to you a little bit more about your role and having just graduated. Congratulations, by the way, on those awards that you've achieved, and great for our student audience today to hear about just how successful our international students can be in their studies. Babish, last but not least, ladies first, gentlemen second. Sorry, Babish, over to you, sir. Name of degree, why Western, where you're from.
Thanks, Gareth. Hello, everybody. My name is Babish Shrestha, and I'm from Nepal. I'm studying Bachelor of Social Work. I'm in my final year, heading towards my 600 hours of placement next month, which is very exciting. There are various reasons, absolutely, to choose Western. The first one is definitely the reputation and accreditation of Western Sydney University, as our university has a very strong reputation in the field of education and recognized for its quality teaching and research, of course. And you can see #1 in the world ranking thing at my background, and Gareth as well, which is a very exciting news that we have been ranked #1 in the world for the impact ranking recently. And particularly when I started my Bachelor of Social Work, our university was ranked top 200 for sociology, and now it's to a top 150, which is very improving and which is a great news. And the other thing is support services, that Western really provides a comprehensive support services in terms of academic support, career guidance, counseling activities, because there are more than 100 service student clubs, that you can actually join and get engaged to the vibrant community of Western. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Babish. Jennifer, Jaime and Saskia, thanks very much indeed. I just want to turn a little bit to, obviously, the world of work. We're here today to talk about employability. All of you are doing a mix of different programs: social work, engineering, accounting, medicine, clinical health. Can I just ask, so what kind of work have you done so far? And how's the university, and what sort of work experience have you got while studying? And how has the university kind of helped and assisted with kind of bringing you from this world of study and theory into the sort of application of the knowledge that you've developed? So how's it going for you? Maybe Saskia, over to you. what's the kind of story for you in the world of accounting?
Yeah, of course.
And finance?
So, I actually have some work experience from back home in Switzerland. I did 5.5 years in banking before I moved to Australia. So definitely don't downplay your work experience. Whatever experience you have, whatever skills you have, they are useful. They are very valid, and don't downplay them. So thanks to that and Western Sydney, I was able to get a job with PwC about 1.5 years ago. And that was thanks to a Western Sydney association with PwC. So that was awesome. And they have, it's not just for accounting students. So the partnership with PwC is for any student in any degree, from what I understand. So that's really a helpful opportunity. I worked with them for over 1 year, and now I'm in a financial planning firm, a very small one. We're about 18 people, and it's amazing. The way I got this job is actually also through uni, which is amazing, because one of my teachers, Michelle, she invited someone to come and speak in class with us. So that was a CEO of a company that connects students with companies in the accounting and financial planning area.
Okay.
And so a few weeks later, I actually got this job, and it's amazing. I will be able to work full-time once I'm done with my degree. So the prospects are amazing. So uni has helped me directly get jobs, but also indirectly, because I actually did a networking event with Iman.
Oh, yeah.
I also joined a lot of other CV and resume writing and interviewing skills workshops. So the resources are endless and very useful. So I would highly recommend making use of them.
That's great, and particularly nice to hear that that one of your lecturers has kind of created a little mini networking event to allow you to get the job you're doing now. So you're working as a financial planner?
Not yet. So I'm not a financial planner myself yet. That is the goal at some point, but I work in administration. So I'm a client service officer. So I work with the planners.
Yeah, okay.
Unless I have my degree and do some more studies, then I will be able to do that myself.
Yeah, but what's nice there is that you're already working for an organization before you've graduated, and that the university has kind of guided and assisted you there. Yeah, Jaime, what's your experience with that? With the university sort of assisting and guiding you in terms of your engineering field work, and sort of how you ended up where you are, or a little bit more about where you are now?
So right now, like I said earlier, I work for the underground Sydney Metro tunnels, which is a massive tunneling project in the city of Sydney, because it connects the west to the city. But before that, I had 1 year of undergraduate experience. Uni has helped me because uni kept sending emails of specific jobs, specific openings that are related to what school you're in. So in my case, the School of Engineering, they sent a lot of undergraduate engineering jobs, can be civil, mechanical, mechatronic, whatever it is, which I thought was very helpful. Aside from that, I also attended a lot of career hub workshops, and I remember Iman for that. I did the LinkedIn 101, resume writing, CV, how would you talk in an interview, and also uni also offered like a lot of events, the networking events and job industry events, which were very helpful in enhancing those soft skills. So I think uni really helped me in terms of learning a lot of things beyond the classroom, and I think that was really helpful.
Great stuff. And I guess for engineers, and this is true of our master's program and our undergraduate bachelor honors degree in engineering, regardless of your specialization, it's compulsory that you undertake an industrial experience. And the university gave you some guidance and assistance with finding that placement?
Yes, there was different opportunities. Aside from the emails, they also have things posted in Career Hub, and also the teachers are very open in terms of their connections as well. Yeah. And yeah, there were just a lot of avenues you can go through. So you're definitely not going to be left in the dark.
Sure thing.
That's for sure.
Yeah, wonderful. And we'll come back and talk a bit more. Thanks, Jaime. Jennifer, now in the world of clinical health, though, I guess with the medicine program, you two have been kind of thrown in the deep end in terms of clinical practice. How have they helped you? Because obviously it's a critically important component of your learning. So how have the placements worked, and what other things have you done in terms of the world of work, if you like?
Yeah, I think how the course is set up, it's 5 years, and the first 2 years, it's kind of more lectures, tutorials, just building that strong foundation of medical knowledge. And then the next 3 years, it's where we do our clinical placements. And so that's where we get to shadow certain teams, but also take part in the care of patients. So we have Campbelltown Hospital and Blacktown Hospital as well. So it's been pretty interesting. It could be a bit confronting to just be thrown into it, but then as you get the experience and you get by, you build that confidence, and all of it is prepared by the Faculty of Medicine. We just put our preferences and then they place us in the field that we perhaps want or the hospital that we want. Yeah.
So essentially the university is taking care of all of this clinical placement for you and guiding you through it. I mean, you're really, you just have to fill in a form and off you go, right?
Yes. It's very convenient.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, part and parcel of getting the accredited outcomes. So, I mean, of all of our 4 students here, all doing, I mean, I think nearly 80% of our programs at Western Sydney will have professional accreditation attached to them. And of course, to achieve that outcome and to get that accreditation, it's not just like a government public university degree. It's also recognized within the professional circles that are, globally. So whether that mean Engineers Australia or, the Certified Practicing Accountants Australia, or whatever the accrediting body is, the courses are often required to have that industrial placement, clinical placement, field experience, work practice, work integrated learning, and all of our degrees will contain this. Babish, social work, you've also been forced into field placement. I think you've got one coming up, if I remember from our conversation recently.
Yeah, that's right, Garrett. So in Bachelor of Social Work, we have 1,000 hours of work placement component.
Yeah.
So how it is disseminated is that we have 400 hours in our 3rd year, and we have 600 hours in the final semester, which is, of course, in the 4th year. And all the placements are managed by the university, which is absolutely fantastic. We have to fill out, as mentioned, so as Jennifer mentioned, we do have something related to social work we call allocation form, where we indicate our preferences and where we want to get into. That may be mental health, child protection, domestic violence, homelessness, or whatever you're interested in. The placement teams works really hard to place us in an organization that aligns with our career goal and all the interest that we have. So for my final placement, I have recently been allocated with the New South Wales Health, which is one of the public health network in Australia. I'm I'll be working with this spatial intellectual disability health team, which will be looking through the southern New South Wales. Yeah.
Fantastic. But beyond that placement work with your course, I know, Babish, you've done quite a lot of work with the university. I know you've connected with Iman, I think, early on, and you've done work with the university as well. And is PwC, as a social worker, you've also worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers on their program as well?
I have, yes, indeed. So
unexpected. Tell me more.
Yeah, many people get surprised when they hear about it. It's as Kesha mentioned, we have a very strong linkage with PwC, and they have this department called Onshore Delivery Center, OEC, where they hire exclusively Western Sydney University students from all disciplines. It doesn't have to be from accounting or business. So it's from all disciplines, and particularly being a social work student, I have worked with the health departments, Department of Health, and particularly governmental organizations. Which is aligning with what I really want to do in my future. So yeah,
fantastic experience and great for the CV. And I understand there's a lot of Facebook advertisements for advertising. I know that the university sent out emails stating that PwC are looking to recruit. I know that's happened in the past as well. And I know as well, you've done jobs on campus. I think Iman may have mentioned that facility as well. Typically, and for our audience listening today, a typical kind of work minimum wage hourly rate in Australia, which is always a kind of interesting to hear about, is roughly 21 Australian dollars per hour. But I do appreciate, I think at PwC, they pay a lot more than that. And Yeah, okay, 2 nods from our PwC veterans there. And maybe 40. I don't know where it is, but somewhere in that range. But also the jobs on campus that are available for international students. The university is an enormous organization, has many positions for students to do as well. And I understand the minimum wages on that is more like $30 odd an hour, perhaps, if I'm not mistaken.
So the minimum, the HEW level 1 is like almost $39. So that's where we start.
$39 an hour. And
Yep.
so, and there's
Yep.
various different jobs on campus opportunities. I know, Babish, you're working as one of our kind of international student ambassador connectors, so you're online, and but there's other roles as well, right, that the university bring up?
Yep. So I'm working with the Student Services Hub as well as a conduct services officer, so particularly looking after the international prospective students again. So I think Western's comparatively to any other university, because I have some of my friends studying in other university, Western actually has a really strong emphasis on jobs on campus for students to provide that hands-on experience while studying. And as Iman mentioned earlier, there's a career hub at a service at the university where we can subscribe for the jobs on campus mailing list. And the just heaps of opportunities in different areas that you can actually apply well. And I think one of the best part about working on campus is definitely a flexibility that the supervisor will understand that you are a student and you have work and study commitment as well. So that is just a fantastic thing that one can ever get while studying, I think.
Yeah, fantastic. So please, to our audience today, I do encourage you to make sure that you reach out to Iman's team at Career Hub and find out a lot about jobs on campus. And of course, their team will connect you with these programs like our arrangement with PricewaterhouseCoopers, and giving you many different opportunities to connect in the working world. If you take advantage of those, it's going to only add to your curriculum vitae, build your profile so that future job, maybe the main job you want to get down the track, is going to be there. And just thinking about the future, Jaime, so you've got this job with Sydney Metro, which is a massive multi-million-dollar undertaking in our infrastructure development. Was this the dream job, or is there one higher that you're aiming at next? What's the future?
The future is always uncertain, but I always have this thing where I say onwards and upwards. So there's always an upward way, but this is really my dream project. It's worth 22 billion Australian dollars. So it's as big as you can get, especially as a graduate, which I think is a lovely opportunity. But I definitely want to be a project manager going up the ranks. But I can definitely say that there's nothing in my journey, especially my academic journey, that I regret. It's all part and parcel of this position that I'm in right now. And I'm just really grateful and thankful for it.
Yeah, fantastic. Saskia, you're heading, hopefully you're going to graduate this year, if I'm not mistaken.
November, I'll be finished with uni.
Yeah, and so what's next? You're gonna carry on with this financial planning organization?
Definitely, yeah. I'll be working full-time for a few years, then I'll hopefully do my professional years. So that's a bit more study required. And you kind of work underneath multiple financial planners as an associate financial planner before, after a year, then being a financial planner myself and doing that for the rest of my life, I hope.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, wonderful. And Jennifer, over to you. You're kind of halfway through that medicine degree. You've got obviously a bit of a future mapped out. I know you're engaged in another little area to sort of enhance your sort of skill set, and it's a sort of charitable and volunteer kind of focus. Tell us a little bit about that, and is that going to be part of your future as well?
Yeah, I think a big part of my passion is in mental health, and with a group of other Indonesian international students, we build a mental health organization for Indonesia called Seribu Tujuan. And so definitely in terms of my future plan, I do hope to continue and specialize in psychiatry, but hopefully continue and build the organization as well. Fantastic.
I will say, and just on Jennifer's comments there, this organization, she's kind of taken over the reins, if you like, of managing and leading this kind of like a helpline, if I'm not mistaken, Jennifer. And for students to realize that for your curriculum vitae, it's not only paid work that's going to assist you in getting that future job. It's all of that other kind of, non-paid volunteering kind of work that will build your skill set and really make you stand out in terms of your curriculum vitae. So I encourage you all to consider not only what happens in the workplace to build your CV, but also to engage with activity beyond that. And Jennifer, it's we don't have a huge amount of time to talk more, but a great thing. I wish you all, our students, the best of luck for your future careers. You're just 4 examples of many, many thousands of international students we have with us on campus from different backgrounds, different nationalities, different courses, and all of you, have that great potential to develop and to get a very good job here in Sydney. As international students watching today, you've probably heard a lot about your post-study work visas, your student visa, your access, your rights to work. From July the 1st, the government allowing you to work 48 hours per 2 weeks, which is a great opportunity for you to study and work and develop this kind of real world skills. And obviously, when you graduate on a 2-year master's or a 3-year bachelor degree, you then have that great opportunity to stay back and on your 485 post-study work visa opportunity, and you can apply for that and then build your work skills here in Australia as well. A very, very attractive proposition. Look, lots of questions come in. I'm not sure, Eva, if you've got any select ones that are there.
I can actually give you some questions, but one of the questions, actually 2 questions, was internship or work placement opportunity specifically for Bachelor of Health Science or Master of ICT. So students looking for the answers for like work experience opportunity for specific program. Iman or Thomas, do you have I think Thomas, you might able to answer for the ICT part.
I think I saw a question as well on undergrad ICT work opportunities. What can they expect to do afterwards? Is there a work placement component that they can do?
I've actually been answering most of the students with job IQ links to see what is out there. But in general, guys, for Bachelor of ICT, which is my degree, you probably also not have heard about it, but we're also building a new international airport in the Western Sydney, which is a fantastic new construction, and probably one of the very few in last 10, 20 years, where is the airport built from the scratch on the greenfield. So everything is new. And we've partnered up with the ICT company that delivers all the ICT infrastructure called DXC. And with them, we designed a new major called Enterprise Systems and Architectures, where people from DXC are actually co-delivering it with us. And part of this degree, you spend 6 months paid internship in DXC, working on Aerotropolis projects, participating already in a group work and actual thing with direct pathway to score your job, right? So, and there are also other opportunities in Bachelor of Computer Science and Bachelor of Information Systems, whether it's a local or international internships. So we do have specialized programs to help you with all that. So,
yeah. I was going to add as well, Eva, you mentioned the health science as well. I know I haven't got to hand the email address of the directors of program for health science, but I know that they do also work on developing internships. So students have that opportunity in their final year of both undergrad and postgraduate health science to be able to undertake internship programs within that sphere. Depends on this particular specialized area, whether it's health services management or something else, but many of them happen in that sphere. But if it's a health science clinical program in allied health, so that could be podiatry, or it could be paramedicine, or it could be physiotherapy, or something along those lines, we will organize full clinical field placement for students throughout their degree. Just as in Jennifer's case for medicine, nursing, all of those clinical programs that we have in health, they will always have a compulsory component of placement that we organize for you. Eva, any other questions?
Just one more question. So I think this is very interesting. So once students want to study Bachelor of Tourism and Event Management at Western Sydney University, it's a new course for us, like reformed course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she or he wants to know, is there any like career opportunities after completing the course? What kind of career opportunities from this degree?
Yeah, in tourism and event management. I wonder, Iman, you're kind of possibly at the coalface there for tourism opportunities for employment in Sydney, other parts of Australia. Any comments on that, Iman?
Well, it depends specifically on what they're interested in. I mean, it's a pretty broad sort of area, and it's something that we could definitely help them with on that sort of one-to-one level once we dig a little bit deeper. And that's kind of the theme that I'm getting with a lot of these questions in the chat. There's so many people that are asking a lot of specific questions, and I'm trying to respond to so many of them on a one-on-one sort of basis. So that's kind of the message that I want to sort of just put out there. I'm getting a lot of uncertainty and a lot of people that seem to be just worried about, you know, where to next and what's the degree going to give me and what opportunities are there and all of those specializations. So I don't want anyone to.
Yeah.
I think we might have lost you there, Iman.
Maybe we'll also.
That's all right, but don't worry. And I will say this: if you're into tourism, hospitality, event management, our degree, I know at undergraduate level and our postgraduate degree has work placement internship built into it. I know the undergraduate one is a compulsory placement that you must do within the events and tourism space. And of course, you're in Sydney, which is one of the most singular popular tourist destinations on the planet. We get a huge mass of students, international travelers coming here every year. So there is an abundance of opportunity for work placement here, and of course, part-time work. So I do encourage any students in that space to join us in that area. I just wanted to turn, Eva, I know I've been tracking those questions as well. There's a lot of students today, and thank you for your questions, all of you. We do appreciate your time and effort to connect with Western Sydney University. We are running another session tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. That session, I can see so many questions are all about intakes, admissions, entry requirements, scholarships. Some of you asking about accommodation. We have a whole session tomorrow at exactly the same time as this one. Please sign up for it. And that session is designed to cover off on all of those matters about admission, entry requirements, scholarship, accommodation. Eva's just put the link up for our affair so you can register for that session tomorrow. Many of you will already have an application underway. If you have and you're looking for follow-up, what's the status of the application? It might be GTE stage. You're looking for an outcome from your application. You're still waiting. Please contact your agent. I have tried in the chat to put in a few email addresses of people you can follow up with. But if your education agent's been involved in your application, please follow up with them. They should be able to give you a pretty clear update, and they will connect with our admissions team as well.
Student ambassador Gareth, if you have any question regarding any programs, any interest about Western Sydney University, please talk to our student ambassador. You can find all our student ambassador profile at our international page. So please use the, I'm going to share the link straight away in the chat box. So use the student ambassador channel.
Yeah, when you go to our homepage on Western Sydney University, you can click on International tab. And as soon as that comes up, you get that little chat box down in the corner. The people staffing that chat box are real human beings, not robots. And Babish is one of them. And you can select from our list of student ambassadors, and they will happily answer your questions and be able to connect you and point you in the right direction. They all have access to our international application platform, where your application may be currently sitting, and they can help you and advise you and guide you on that. But I do want to thank everyone today. We've kind of hit the hour mark already. There may, I know, be many questions that we haven't answered today, but I hope that some of you, particularly with your admissions, scholarship, and accommodation questions, can join tomorrow. And as Thomas is rightly pointing to, please check out, think about employability. What is the degree at Western Sydney going to skill you up with? Thomas's platform is going to give that guidance, and it's also going to give you a sort of sense of what jobs live right now, current, are available for you once you've graduated. It's a great tool to use. Not many universities offer this particular kind of visibility.
No universities. We're the only ones, Gareth.
Unique. That's a unique point for Western Sydney. So I do encourage our audience today to consider having a good look at that. We will be forwarding to all of you the Job IQ link, the slides from the show, and hopefully soon, once we've downloaded the video, a link to that as well from our International Virtual Fair website that you can come back to. But thanks very much, Thomas, Iman, particularly for your input today on our Career Hub services and, of course, Job IQ. And to Saskia, Jaime, and, of course, Babish and Jennifer for your input right from the horse's mouth, so to speak, on what an international student can expect in terms of employability and employment outcomes here at Western Sydney University. Thanks, guys, very much for your input. Eva, and to Priya, sorry, I didn't mention you before, Priya. I know you've been busy probably answering a few of those questions from our students from the South Asia. Thank you for that as well. And to everyone watching today, thank you for your time. We do hope to see you here in Sydney, and we look forward to you communicating with you with your applications. So thanks, everyone, and see you in Sydney soon, I hope.